What's going on, guys? So I know there's very small amount of people that follow this channel for the Overland off-road content, but it's been a while and I need to do an update on the truck, on my camping rig. Done a few little things. We've got these rigid off-road lights on the hood mounts. Found these hood mounts on Amazon. They're in my Amazon influencer page. The rigid lights, they're not as bright as the Baja designs that I have on the 4Runner, but they're definitely gonna help. The mounts were very inexpensive. I think they were around 30 bucks. And they did fit this truck, which there's still stuff available for this truck. Done a few things since the last video. Got this Voodoo Fab rack, and this was very expensive. This is the most expensive thing I've done to the truck. This rack was $1,100 shipped. Required 2 days worth of assembly. This rack is fantastic. It has a lot of pieces, but we got steel, we got aluminum, and made it work pretty well. Getting the tent up off the bed rails, I had the steel bars across there, and now I can still use this as a truck when I need to. I can still haul my trailer, still do what I need to do, and it doesn't get in the way. The tent, this is I think it's 14 inch. So the tent sticks up just a little bit past the roof line. It's not too bad on the gas mileage. I mean, this thing is a 1500 HD, so it's 6.0, 4L80, and it does not get great gas mileage to start with. But the rack has sidebars, got my shovel, mounted with some quick fist. I just did this. Not sure how well it's gonna hold. I tried to put it here, there's a hole there from the other bars that I had. But the spare tire, that does stay kind of wedged between here and the inner fender. And it's nice kind of out of the way. I already have a matching spare underneath the truck, so I have two full spare tires, same size as the ones on it. I have the BFGs on it. These are some off-brand mud terrains, but got matching wheels, matching everything. I did finally mount the little cheap Cabela's toolbox back under the bed. I had to space it out a little bit because of the rack that's on here. These nuts, they kind of stick out a little bit. But got all this usable space because I'm still working on my land. I've got taking weed eaters and chainsaws and all that stuff up there, so it does help to have this space usable, and I can lay up there if I need to. Tent is doing great. I love my 23-0 tent. I do have on this side, yeah, got a couple holes in my cover. All the new covers are black. I like this because it kind of matches the truck. Kind of, not exactly, but I've thought about upgrading it. But it's not getting wet inside, so it's not a big issue at this time. The tent does fold to the passenger side. That works with my driveway that I'm making on my land. And I am looking at awnings, but I don't know. Because this is right here, this is where I can mount it off of here, so it'll be about yay high. That is about eye level for me, so it might be a problem, I don't know. Also, the length of the awnings, this bed is 6'5" or 6'6" or somewhere around there. And most of the awnings that I see that are like 270 or the ones that bat wings kind of things, they fold around, they are about 7 foot long. So they don't really work on a short bed pickup. So I don't know, I'm really tempted to try a cheap Amazon awning. They're like 200 bucks. Even the ARB, just straight pull-out awnings are cheap. So I don't know. Thinking about it for the driver's side. I really don't want to. I'm trying to keep the aerodynamics down as much as possible because this thing is a brick. Cat-eye Chevys, and this being, like I said, a semi 3/4 ton doesn't get great gas mileage. But yeah, I've had a lot of good luck at the land. I've got about 40 foot back in my driveway. I'm cutting it by hand every time I go. I'm doing stuff to the truck between every visit. There's links in the video description for the headlights to the Amazon influencer page. Also the rigid lights and the brackets are in there as well. I'll show you here in a little bit how those look against the roll-up door. They're not bad at all, but they're not as good as the Baja designs. Of course, they're half the price. Cheap Home Depot shovel, which does come in handy, at least with using the camp toilet. I think my favorite mod so far is I removed the Silverado Badge, which unfortunately took half the paint with it. And again, this driver's side bedside had been repainted and they blended and it screwed up everything in my life. So when I went to eraser wheel the sticky residue, it took half the paint with it as well. But I got this really cool vintage, I think this is a 78, somewhere in the 70s Silverado Camper Special logo, and it's the emblem. It's solid, it's cast something or another. It's just pot metal, but it looks pretty cool. Thought that was a neat little thing. I love old emblems and old badges and stuff, so it's unfortunate that the paint came off with the previous emblem, but it is what it is. But I like this thing. It's really heavy. It's pot metal. Stuck it on with some 3M tape. It does have, they did have some different ones. This one says a 9200 GVW, which this truck is around about, I think it's 95 or 9900. All right, so I did today, I had my $5 off at O'Reilly's. Most O'Reilly's locations, at least up in my area in North Texas, have these floor mats in stock, and they've had these forever. The box that came in was completely sun faded and just looked horrible. Rugged Ridge fitted floor mats. They're not as fitted as the WeatherTechs. I've had WeatherTechs in this body style in the GMT 800s, and they fit fantastic. And this fits, okay. But I got them with my $5 off coupon. They were $53 or so. I didn't know if I ever really showed the radio. I upgraded to a Pioneer, and I got it from Crutchfield, which was fantastic. I think I paid $14 to have the wiring harness pre-wired for me, and they used butt connectors and solder and all that good stuff that I just didn't have the patience to do. So it was pretty much actually plug and play, and works great. Got the interface, all the steering wheel controls work. We've got all of that business working. And the Bose, this truck has the non-premium Bose. It's an analog amp in the console with the subwoofer, and that works with this interface device if you have it. That's really about it for the inside. Got my America key fob. Got these at O'Reilly's. It's programmed. It's easy to program these trucks. We've got how many thousand miles? 237, 271. And I do have one problem with the truck that I'm gonna fix here pretty soon. The carrier bearing on the drive shaft. It's a two-piece drive shaft. Carrier bearings, rubber, factory, and it is pretty sad. It's got about, I'd say, half an inch of play in it. So it's just a ticking time bomb at this point. So it's probably going to be about $300 or $400 to have the drive shaft rebuilt, put the new thing on. They have to press it, they have to tear it apart. Might as well get you new U-joints in the process. But as far as the off-road lights, I did not do very well in installing the switch. I hit it down here, kind of out of the way, but I can kind of hit it with my foot. See, these are a flood pattern, they're not spots. So I get a very broad beam. We're about 4 inches from that door. These are back on the hood at the A-pillar. And yeah, it'll help light up my land when I go up there, but it won't really do much driving down dirt roads and stuff. So you can hear this truck idles out nice. I do have a tune on it. I use the, which one? Super Chips. This thing is on the 87 octane tune. Got a stupid mask in there. But the 87 octane tune, this truck has 232,000 miles when I got it. And about the 5,000 miles I've put on it, I've gone from 9.6 mpg to 10.3 or 4. Let's see, 10.3. I don't drive it to work very often. I'd like to, but getting it in and out of the shop is a pain in the butt. As far as what's next, I don't know. It's all dependent on my land. That's kind of the thing. Everything I need for my land when I'm up there camping, and I'm hoping over the Christmas break I'm gonna at least spend a week up there living out of the truck. So I'm gonna need some more stuff. I've got some extra water tanks, and the truck really doesn't need much. I mean, I've got everything I need. I looked at replacing the foam in the seat, but it looks like a giant pain in the butt. The foam itself is like $125 roundabout. My cushion has been repaired. You can see there's some fabric sticking out of it. Somebody stitched it back together. It's normal on these, the cloth especially, but I'm pretty happy with the condition of the cloth. I mean, it's not bad, and it doesn't smell bad, thank the Lord. But yeah, this truck is still doing me good. Lights look pretty good. One thing I am interested in is the 23-0. The new tents have a telescopic ladder. Mine just has an aluminum slide ladder. And I'm curious if anybody out there has upgraded theirs. It looks pretty simple. There's just 2 rivets on the hinge and you can swap it out. But I don't know it for a fact. So if you've done that, please comment below and let me know. Otherwise, the tent is fantastic. The mattress, a little firm. I like firm mattresses, except when I've been using a chainsaw all day and my back hurts and I want to lay down and be comfortable. But it's been pretty good. In that toolbox, all I have is my towing and recovery stuff, all my ratchet straps and things for hauling a trailer, my receiver hitch and all those things. I did have those in a Rubbermaid tote, but it got in the way of carrying all my camping gear. So I figured once I got the rack put in, could see what I had space-wise and mount that back where it needed to be. It's where it was originally. Used the same holes, but again, I spaced it out. Used some little spacers and some nice stainless hardware. Do an update. Now I've got a lot of views on the video of the trailer. The Overland trailer I did sell, and that was partially due to me buying this truck. But I don't miss it because honestly, the land I bought and the way my driveway is so narrow, I just could not get the trailer. It'd be a nightmare trying to back it up. It's already a nightmare trying to get this truck in there, so this is the best setup for what I've got going right now. And again, I can take this anywhere. I'm not tied to that land. If I do end up selling it here before long, oh well, I can take this everywhere I need to go. It's 4-wheel drive. Future plans, I might do a rear locker because where my land is, it is a little bit sketchy in the rain. There's a lot of culverts and things you have to get through. So having some sort of locker on it would be handy. But other than that, we're just gonna keep going with the maintenance and hope it stays together. That many miles, you never know. I trust it. It's a 2 hour and 45-minute drive to my lot. And yeah, not sure I'm ready to take it off up Colorado mountain trails and stuff like that yet, but I do want to. And hopefully we can get it out next year and do some of that. But I appreciate you guys watching and listen to me mumble through all this. It's fun. I love camping. I love being out in nature, and my lot, my little 5 acres in Oklahoma is beautiful, and it's just a nice place to be. can do the RC stuff. I can hang out, be myself, cut down some trees and build some stuff and do whatever I want. But everybody need to go outside, have some fun, enjoy this beautiful planet that we got, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.